Well, hey there, folks. Meteorologist Matt Barentine. Absolutely gorgeous day here for our Thursday. Looking really fantastic out there. Plenty of sunshine and feeling pretty comfortable out there. So doing really good. Once again, a beautiful day. Nice setup here across the area. You can see those temperatures in the 50s. Of course, we're coming up to lunchtime. These temperatures are warming up. We should hit the low 60s here in the afternoon. Once again, sunshine all day long. Just really, really gorgeous stuff out there for us today. Then we go into the evening hours. Temperatures will cool off, obviously, but still be pretty nice here for us. Let's check out your forecast the next few days. This takes you into Friday. Friday tomorrow will be just as nice as today. Upper 30s in the morning, low 60s in the afternoon. And then Saturday, we're going to have some rain with a front. Of course, this is the big Arctic front. Now, here's one of the models looking at the front on Saturday. It's going to bring us rain early in the day. Now, this model pushes the rain out around 8 or 9 in the morning. I think it'll last a little longer than that, probably till at least lunchtime, maybe even a little bit after. So keep that in mind as you make your Saturday plans. Don't think the rain's just going to get completely out of here by 8 in the morning. I don't think that'll quite be the case, but just be aware of that. Then the frigid air comes blasting in behind. So here's your long-range forecast, the 7-day forecast. Oh boy. So blustery air on Sunday. Sunday doesn't look so bad. You say, well, it's in the 40s all day. Yeah, but the wind will be blowing 25, 30 miles an hour. It's going to be pretty rough on Sunday. So if you're making plans for your Sunday afternoon, keep that in mind. Or even your Sunday morning, your Sunday evening, it's going to be cold. And that 49 degrees will probably happen early, like late morning, maybe like 11 o'clock or so. And then it actually gets a little chillier as the afternoon goes along. We'll go from the upper 40s back down to the lower 40s. So really cold. That's, of course, just the intro, because as we go into next week, look what happens Monday and Tuesday. Highs may not even crack 40 degrees. That is super cold for us. No other way to describe it. It is just bitterly cold. The mornings down into the mid-20s there on Monday, Tuesday, maybe even the lower 20s by Wednesday morning. Bitterly cold air. And then you'll notice on Tuesday there's a percentage there. When the days are this cold, we usually don't have percentages, but we do on Tuesday. And here's why we're looking at the possibility of some wintry type weather. So I'm going to run through a couple models with you. First off, the GFS, or the American model. You can see the low pressure down there in the very southwestern part of the Gulf. And this model keeps pretty much everything south of us. It's just too far south. And that means we're too far away from the moisture of that low, and we're just not likely to get much of anything out of that one. Now, this is the European model. And the European model is a bit more gung-ho about bringing that low a little farther to the north and giving us snow on Tuesday, particularly Tuesday morning. Once again, it's all going to matter exactly where this low tracks. Here's what we know. You need two things. You need very cold air and you need moisture. We've got the cold air. Last time with the last Arctic front, remember we had that system come on through and it warmed up. And we had rain. There was ice and snow up in Birmingham and Huntsville, Atlanta, but we had the moisture, but we didn't have the cold all the way down to the Gulf Coast. This time, we've got the cold. It's all the way down to the Gulf Coast. The question will be, will we get the moisture? And it'll all depend on exactly how that low tracks across the Gulf. Does it get close enough to bring us the moisture? If it does, yeah, we could have snow. That's a real good possibility. Especially in that first scenario. If that happens, we're going to get some snow most likely. Scenario number 2, the one to the south, like the GFS was showing, probably not anything. So we could go from having a big snow event to nothing, just depending on which way this low in the Gulf will track next week. Nobody knows which of these scenarios will play out. So whatever you're seeing on social media, nobody knows for sure. I know people get really excited about this stuff. But it's always really marginal for us to get these events. Very marginal. Now, it does happen. We've had real snow events here before. It does happen from time to time. I think the last time Mobile was 2018, I want to say, or 2017. Anyway, that's like now, like 7-8 years ago. I mean, so it, about once every 10 years, we have a decent snow event. That's really about the gist of it. And we haven't had one in a while, so maybe this will be our one. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Also, of course, I'm talking about snow because I think with the layer of cold air that we're going to have, I think it's most likely that we would get snow. But generally for us, when we get frozen weather down the Gulf Coast, usually our most likely thing is sleet. And this is why, because the atmosphere is actually multiple layers, vertically. It's not just, we look at these maps, everything looks two-dimensional. but it's definitely very vertical. And what happens, you got this cold air coming down from up north. Cold air is heavier and more dense. Then you got warm air coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. That rises up above the cold air. And that creates layers in the atmosphere, like a layer cake, where there's layers of warm air. And obviously, if you got warm air, that's going to melt the snow that's falling. And then that snow can change either over into rain, and then that rain changes either into freezing rain or sleet, or it doesn't change at all. It just stays rain going all the way down. But we do get sleet. Every couple of years we get some sleet. That is usually the most likely thing. This time around, though, just kind of like looking at the profiles of the atmosphere and how much cold air is going to be in place, I think the most likely thing is going to be snow. It's just really a matter of can we get the moisture to produce anything, significant on Tuesday. And I'm saying Tuesday, but the timing keeps shifting on these models as well. Some are more into the Wednesday time frame, some have been more into the Tuesday time frame, even the Monday night time frame. So we still don't even have a really good grasp of the exact time frame, much less the exact type of weather we're going to get. So what I would say here is be patient with us. This is a complicated forecast. It's going to be really hard to get right, okay? Especially this far out. I mean, as we get closer, we'll get better information. We'll have a better idea. But right now, it's very tough. Like I said, the one thing we can definitely tell you for sure is that we're going to get that cold air. It is going to be really cold, near record temperatures on those days. So we got that. It's just a matter of we can get that moisture coming on through. We'll see. Just stay tuned to Fox 10. We'll obviously keep filling you in, letting you know what's happening with all this. Once again, I think the most likely, for myself, my thinking right now is the most likely scenario is some light snow on Tuesday, particularly Tuesday morning. Whether or not it's enough to accumulate, I just don't know. But just the way things are set up, I would think we might get some level of snow on Tuesday. It might be very little. It could be a decent amount. Just don't know yet. Once again, it's all going to depend on how much moisture we can bring into the area. Of course, we'll keep tracking it for you, letting you know.